everyone, so today I am filming a new video. I'd just like to say, my tripod, like, it's my new one, and you know where it has like the, I can't remember what it's called, it's like the level thing, so it's got like the bubble in it. It's like all the way over to one side, and I can't get it in the middle, but like this looks even though it's all the way over to one side and saying that it's wonky, so I'm a bit confused about that, but we'll just roll with it because this looks fairly straight. So yeah, it's also so dark outside today, so I've got my ring light on, but if the lighting does look a bit off, that is literally why. It is so early right now, it is 9 o'clock in the morning and yeah, it is just an awful day today, so we love that. So today I am doing all of your favourite video, which is a piercing video. So I have done so many piercing videos in the past. I've done them for different piercings that I've got and things like that. So yeah, but today is going to be a little bit different. So firstly, I just like to say yesterday I got a new piercing. So I got, this is when we struggle. There we go guys, so I got this one pierced here. It's just underneath my this cartilage one, and yeah. So yeah guys, the reason that this video is going to be a little bit different than the others is because I'm going to explain about this piercing, because I don't think I really explained much about the top one because I got this done in like year 7. So I am basically going to explain to you about this one here and the pain and everything. Then I asked you guys some questions over on my Instagram about piercings that you guys wanted to know about, and yeah, I thought I would just talk more about piercings. So yeah, so in case you guys didn't know, I have got 10 piercings in total now. I have got 9 on my ears and I've got my belly done. So yeah, if you want to see any of these videos in detail, so like I did a whole video on my belly, I did a whole video on my rook, and then I did a video about all of my piercings, but I emphasised mostly on my tragus and getting that done. Yeah, I'll make sure I leave all them videos down below in the description. Make sure you go check them out if you haven't already. So firstly, I'm going to talk to you guys about the piercing that I got done yesterday. So I have now got a new favourite piercing place, so that is good. But yeah, in case you guys didn't know, I've got my first done, my second's done, my tragus, now 2 of my cartilage up here, or helix, whatever you like to call it. I've got my rook done, first, second's obviously on here, and my middle cartilage here. Yeah, I've got a lot of piercings, and then obviously my belly, like I said. Firstly, I'd just like to say, with these 2 piercings up here, the first one that I got done, that I said I got done like year 7 or something like that, I actually got done with a gun. I used to be really bad, and I got my lobes done with a gun, which is kind of normal because if you're my age or older, or maybe a little bit younger, we all kind of, I mean the majority of people get their lobes done with a gun, like they've always have, but it's only like recently that they're now bringing in the needles and saying that guns are really bad. So yeah, I reckon the majority of people that are watching this video got their lobes done with a gun, but I was a bit of a rebel. So the next piercing that I got after my 2 lobes was the cartilage, which got done with a gun. It didn't really hurt. There's loads of stories going around about if you get your cartilage done with a gun, it can shatter it. Luckily that didn't happen with me. Yeah, majority of my friends actually did get their cartilage done. We all kind of got it done at the same time, and we all got it done with a gun, which is really bad, I know. And then I did something even worse, because I then got my tragus done with a gun. That is like the worst. And if you guys watched my other piercing video where I talked about all of them and emphasised my tragus, I actually got this done twice, because the first time I got it done with a gun, it was a bit off, like it was a bit too high up, and then my tragus ended up rejecting the piercing, so literally just pushed it out and it literally just fell out. So I got it redone. But obviously my rook, this middle one here and this new one up here, I got done with a needle. I'm going to talk about this one. So the one, my cartilage / helix, whatever you like to call it, that I got done with a needle yesterday, was really easy. So basically I literally just went in, they numb it which is great because you literally can't feel it, although the numbing like spray actually did hurt a little bit because obviously I've got one already done up here, and so I think it like got into like the hole that I've already got up there, and it just made it sting a little bit. So yeah, and then literally they just put the needle through and then put the jewellery in. It's so quick and easy, and you literally don't feel it. I did feel it like a little bit, as I said. I felt it a lot more than this middle one, which I thought was really strange because I thought it would be roughly the same, because it is like this bit here is still cartilage, or yeah, it's still cartilage, so I thought it would be roughly the same, but this one did definitely hurt a little bit more. It hurt quite a lot afterwards, like it was throbbing quite a bit. So these piercings take 2 to 3 months to heal. It's normally 3 months, and I did actually Google it, and it says that it can take up like between 3 to 6 months to heal properly, even though it's like most piercing places say that you can kind of take it out and things like that after 3 months. A lot of places do say that they do tend to take a little bit longer sometimes. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about other piercings and answer you guys' questions. One question I got is, what was my most painful piercing and my least painful piercing? So first thing I'm going to say, my most painful was definitely my belly, but yeah, that's just because the clamp hurts quite a bit. They also didn't freeze mine because I went to a tattoo place, and I don't even know. Basically guys, he didn't freeze it and he literally just did it, so obviously that's gonna hurt the most. But like aftercare, it didn't hurt. Like as soon as it was done, it literally didn't hurt, whereas usually with ear piercings you can't feel them being done, but then afterwards they throb quite a bit. As for ear piercings, my most painful was definitely my rook. Rooks are the most annoying piercings in the world, let me tell you. I was actually having a conversation with the girl who was piercing my cartilage yesterday, and we were talking about rooks, and she was like, mine literally took years to heal, and she was going on about like how much of a pain they are, how much of a pain they are to pierce and stuff, because they're so fiddly and they're like in such an awkward place. So in case you guys don't know, this is your rook, like this bit here. I actually got it pierced with a hoop, and then it goes so crusty, that one. It sounds really gross, but it does go really crusty and like pus quite a bit. When I got this pierced, when the needle went through, it was like you could feel it going through even though it was numbed. So if you didn't have that numbed, that would be so painful. And then you can feel her I could definitely feel her putting the actual jewellery in. So yeah, and then afterwards it bled so much. Literally as soon as she put the needle in, it was bleeding like crazy. And I remember being on the bus on the way home and it just bleeding. I got this done in October 2017. It is now March 2019 and it is still so painful. So literally like last month I got it changed to a bar, because I heard that it can heal like better with a bar, and I was like, yeah, like I know that with this cartilage one up here, sometimes when it goes a bit funny and it's like painful, if I put a bar back in it, it feels like it heals a lot better. As soon as I have a hoop in it, it can make it worse. So if I have a hoop in it and it gets a bit like funny and like painful, then I just change it and wait for it to go back to normal before putting the hoop back in it. I went and got it changed for a bar, which was the biggest mistake because I much prefer the way the hoop looked, like so much. So I went to the piercing place yesterday, got this done, and I was also going to get them to change the bar back to the hoop. But oh my god guys, they have like the other piercing place that like put this bar in, have screwed the ball on so tight that this girl yesterday literally could not get the ball off, and because this is still really painful, we literally, like, I had to stop. It was so painful, her like playing with it, and she was like, yeah, like they take ages to heal like fully, even though it says you can like remove it after 3 months and all that. It's so difficult, and you can't really remove the piercing yourself because it's so like fiddly, so you have to get them to like use the little what they call like tweezery things to remove it, because literally can't do it myself. And yeah, it's really painful. So she was like, yeah, just let it like do its thing for a little bit longer, and then come back and get it, like we'll try and change it again when it's not as painful for you basically, which is so annoying because I do really like the hoop, so I should have just kept with the hoop. But yeah, so as I was saying guys, Rook was definitely the most painful. The least painful, I would definitely actually say, oh, I don't know. It's even this one was the least painful to actually pierce. So I literally didn't feel it go in at all, and then I didn't really feel it much afterwards. That's like my middle helix cartilage. But healing wise, the tragus literally, like, it hurt a little bit when it was pierced, but then aftercare, literally could not feel it at all. It didn't pus, it didn't bleed, anything, because it's literally just like, what's that called, like gristle. So there is literally like nothing there to bleed or anything, so it was literally, that was my easiest piercing. Like, didn't get infected, anything, like literally nothing. So yeah, highly recommend the tragus, not gonna lie. So guys, next question. Someone else then said, what piercings do you want in the future? Now, I don't really know, because obviously I've pretty much got everything done that I want done. I will probably end up getting more ear piercings because I do love them and they are very addictive. When you start, you can't stop. However, I did kind of think about getting my nose pierced, I'm not gonna lie. I just love the way the little hoops look, like, so much, and so I have been very tempted to do that. So who knows, maybe that will be done. I got a message from my friend Emma, and she got, what piercing would you recommend for me next? I can't actually remember what piercings Emma has done. I can never remember what other people have. But for anyone, a piercing that I would recommend so much to just anyone is the tragus. Like I said it before, it's just like, it was literally my easiest piercing. Like, I can't even tell you how easy it was, and I love it. It just looks so pretty, but like, this just doesn't get painful, whereas all my other earrings, even my lobes, sometimes get painful and like go a bit like gunky and like funny. But yeah, tragus literally doesn't even go funny. So yeah, would definitely recommend getting your tragus pierced for anyone that has. I'm actually just thinking, I'm pretty sure Emma does have her tragus pierced. So Emma, maybe go with cartilage piercing, you know? Do it. That was actually all the questions I got. I didn't really get many more. I only just got a lot about the pain and stuff like that. Honestly, ear piercings don't hurt as long as you go to a place that do needles and that are like decent, like, you know, they've got good reviews and stuff, and they have numbing spray / cream, whatever, but mainly spray. Then yeah, they're great. Just go with them. Honestly, it's super easy. The aftercare is just the worst bit really, because especially if they've got like ugly jewellery like this one, it's just like a boring dark silver ball, and I'm just like, Although she did say, do I want a hoop, and I was very tempted to go for a hoop, but they take longer to heal, and I was like, oh, might as well just get this done, and then once it's healed I can just put a hoop in anyway. Might get bored of the hoop and then I'd want a bar in, and then I'd have to wait longer to change it. So as for cleaning wise, I literally just use, well, it says on actually my aftercare sheet just to use salt water, but saline, salt water, it's literally the same thing. So I just use some saline on a cotton bud and just clean, you know. So yeah guys, I think that's everything for this video. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments and I will reply to them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys absolutely love my piercing videos, so yeah. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the thumbs up button and make sure you follow it on my other social media, which is on the screen now. We're also so close to 1.3k on here, so please make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all very, very soon with a new one. Bye!